JFD, le mouvement de l'innovation au féminin en partenariat avec France Télévisions. Vous avez une idée innovante qui peut changer le monde ? Vous êtes une femme ou une jeune fille d'Europe ou d'Afrique ? Vous avez l'esprit d'entreprendre et vous croyez que tout est possible. N'attendez plus. Candidatez jusqu'au 8 février au prix Les Margaret et les Margaret Junior de la JFD et remportez des prix exceptionnels. Pour plus d'informations, rendez-vous sur johnjfd.com.
Bonjour à tous et bienvenue. Hello to all of you and welcome to the official ceremony of Les Margaret. We will be rewarding extraordinary and highly talented women and young girls who shaped the world for a better tomorrow thanks to their ideas and innovations. We are thrilled to celebrate with you this exceptional ceremony placed under the high patronage of Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic. Without further ado, I am delighted to give the floor to the founder of this event, Delphine Rémy-Bouton, CEO of the Bureau JFD and President of Gen France.
Hi everyone, and thank you Valeriane. Thank you so much for being with us today for the 9th edition of JFD and Les Margaret Awards ceremony. I'm delighted to start the International Women's Day with you all. I would like to thank Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, for his high patronage, Jean-Michel Blanquer, French Minister of Education, Youth and Sports, for his high patronage of the new Margaret Junior category, Elisabeth Moreno, French Minister in charge of equality between women and men, diversity and equal opportunities, Cédric O, French Minister of State for Digital Transition and Electronic Communication, Sira Silla, Member of Parliament, Member of the Foreign Affairs Commissions, Wilfried Loriano Dorrego, Coordinator, Presidential Council for Africa. And I would also like to thank all our media partners, and a special thank you, France Média Monde, Marie-Christine Saragosse, France Télévisions, Delphine Ernotte-Quincy, Radio France, Sybille Veil, for their personal engagement. This year, the prizes are just incredible. 1 million euros visibility media equivalent and a strong commitment from our partners to support the winners. Thank you to Groupe La Poste, EDF Group, Crédit Agricole Group, Microsoft France, Total, World Bank Group, Banque des Territoires, Mastercard, Dassault Systèmes, IDEMIA, PayPal, BVA, Région Île-de-France, the ministers here today with us, the International Organization of la Francophonie, Paris Academy and Monsieur le Recteur, Christophe Querrero, Claudine Roiron, in charge of equality between girls and boys for the Minister of Education, and la DREC, and thank you to the JFD ambassadors from Africa and Europe all around the world. Thank you to all the invisible people today who made today possible, and thank you to all our community and media partners. Since 2013, JFD has honored women and girls who changed the world. And at JFD, our mission is to improve equal representation of women in the digital industry and entrepreneurship. JFD has become a powerful business and growth accelerator for women entrepreneurs in Europe and Africa. And for the past 9 years, we have inspired, connected, and empowered over 200,000 women and girls to dare and innovate. Each year, JFD mobilizes economic stakeholders, media, private and public organizations to support and promote a new generation of leaders that we are about to reveal. And on this very special day for women all around the world, let me also thank and congratulate all the nominees. You all deserve to win today. And I also want to thank all the women and young girls who applied to Les Margaret. We received over 200 applications from Europe and Africa. It was difficult to make choices, and I thank all the jury members. Women around the world want and deserve an equal future without stereotypes and violence. And I'm also talking about economic violence. Remember, if we do nothing, it will take us 100 years to achieve parity. But parity doesn't wait. We need to accelerate. And to get us there, we need women at every table where decisions are being made. We need more women leaders. We need new leaders to shape the future. We need feminists, activists, innovators, and change makers. On International Women's Day and on Digital Women's Day, let's say it loud and clear, only equal is enough. We need digital equality. We need digital women and digital young girls. We need women entrepreneurs. Every single one of you, women and young girls, you can claim your space as a leader. You can be whoever you want to be. And my message for you today is fight against stereotypes. Fight for equality. Believe in yourself. Dare. Be at the table where decisions are made, and never give up. And for the young girls, I would add this. I heard from a French singer named Pomme, be proud of who you are, as by just being you, you change the world. Les Margaret Awards is an international prize named after Margaret Hamilton, and since 2013, we reward incredible and powerful women and now young girls with our new category, Les Margaret Junior. And for those who don't know Margaret Hamilton, she is the woman who at NASA contributed to the first man walking on the moon. And she wanted me to pass on a personal message for you today. Never let fear get in your way. Do not be afraid to continue even when the so-called experts say it's impossible. Well, thank you, Margaret Hamilton. And I would add, because in the word impossible, there is I am possible. International Women's Day theme this year is to choose to challenge. Because challenge brings change. Today, I choose to challenge digital equality with our GFD BV European survey called Digital Equality, and by unveiling a new generation of leaders ready to shape the future. I now declare the 9th award ceremony, Les Margaret, officially open. Over to you, Valériane.
Thank you very much, Delphine Rémy-Boutong, for these inspiring words. I'm sorry, my camera was deactivated. There was a bit of time there before reactivating it. Thank you very much, Delphine Rémy-Boutong, as I was saying, for these inspiring words. Before we find out who our winners are today, let's have an exclusive preview of this pan-European survey you mentioned, this survey that you and JFD conducted with the research and consulting firm BVA. Every year, JFD analyzes the underrepresentation of women in the digital world and entrepreneurship. This year, JFD concluded with a BVA, a pan-European survey. The entire survey will be revealed tomorrow. It will unveil key facts regarding gender inequality in tech and entrepreneurship. The two major challenges of today's exclusive preview will be focusing on education and stereotypes. Dominique Lévy, Deputy CEO of BVA, is joining us to talk about some of the results of this study you entitled Digital Equality, Shaping the Future with New Leaders. Dominique Lévy, may I ask you, what conclusions have you come to?
Hello, everybody. I'm thrilled to be here today, and I feel very privileged to share the stage with such talented young women and with you all. Well, when it comes to gender equality and when it comes to the future of jobs, we conducted a survey among more than 5,000 European people And results are quite, I would say, striking. First thing is that there is a consensus among everybody that jobs of the future will be mainly related to tech. Given the pandemic context, we also have lots of people foreseeing a great future for care jobs, let's say medical and paramedical jobs. But, and especially among young people, tech is the future, digital is the future. And even though we have this consensus, we also, and it was quite surprising for me, have a wide gender gap here because only 37% of women in Europe there is still a perception that the skills required, both for entrepreneurship and for tech careers, are linked to stereotypes and are still perceived as more masculine than feminine. So you here have the very good old stereotypes that we find every time we try to dig into what makes difference between men and women in the workplace. Skills that appear more necessary to be prepared to the future or to be able to be an entrepreneur or to be a tech person, let's say, appears are more masculine. For instance, leadership, self-confidence, sense of competition, in every single country, they appear as more masculine. And what I feel is particularly worth saying, and makes me a bit sad today, is that young people are still sharing stereotypes. Younger people, we had a focus on people aged between 15 and 29, let's say, the future of Europe, and they still share that stereotypes. And what is even sadder is that women, young women, still feel the skills and the qualities needed to be able to have their, as Delphine said, have their seat at the tech table in the future. They also feel that the qualities that are going to be needed are more masculine than feminine. So if we have a message for people here today, I would say, stop believing that intuition and empathy are feminine quality and that they are less needed to succeed than sense of leadership, sense of competition, ability to convince, self-confidence, and start, well, breaking these stereotypes. And I think it really is not an issue of everybody changing their mind, but of a whole society, starting with education, changing the way we look at women and girls versus boys. That's it for me, and I'll be delighted to take you into more details in this wonderful survey that we conducted to participate in that initiative of the GFD. Whoever wants details, contact me.
Thank you very much, Dominique Lévy from BVA. Delphine Rémy-Boutang, what the study also confirms is that stereotypes, cliches are hard to uproot.
Well, indeed, they are hard to input. And I think today we all need to think about becoming gardeners. You know, when you go in your garden and you have like those bad grass, those bad weeds, you take like very strong tools to take them out from really deeply. And I think this is something that we need to do because they're going to be carry on growing again and again. And I think before saying a few things about this exclusive preview, and as Dominique mentioned just now, there is a huge survey with a lot of details that are going to be revealed tomorrow. But let me just say two things. I think this survey comes really at a critical time where companies and governments face a disparity between the skills they need to stay competitive and the talent available to them. And the health crisis has increased existing gender inequalities, the lack of women in tech and women entrepreneurs being one of them. We clearly see women decreasing leadership opportunities, which is highly dangerous, as once again, digital is proving to be a generator of growth in this context. So I think when we look at those two figures, the perception, let me just say one thing, it's wrong because it's a stereotype. And because skills simply do not have a gender. And if you look at those words, actually, they are in French, they are feminine words. But more than anything, I think we need to add creativity as a key skill to work in digital. And we need to see young girls and women in this area. And for that, we need to see more role models. And this is what we've been doing with the Les Margaret for women, and now with the young girls, because clearly women are 50% of the population in the world, but only has 50% of digital jobs. And I like what Sir Hobbiton used to say. He said, to change the world, you need to start changing education. And I think there is a lot of work to do on education to apprehend the world of tomorrow. And the fact that women are a minority is not a fatality, and we can definitely change that. We can attract girls by showing them other girls. And I think this is very, very important, and to consider that qualities they do not consider feminine. Again, this is a stereotype that we need to fight. More women in leadership equal a better tomorrow. We need to reduce the financing gap between women and men entrepreneurs, and that's clearly all those actions that we need to work together on this. As Dominique mentioned and as Valériane mentioned, this survey is a huge survey that we really worked throughout Europe. We are going to be conducting also a survey later in the year in Africa. And I think, this is what we are going to see right now, which is there are stereotypes, because the women that you are about to see right now, they are ready to lead and shape the future.
Thank you very much, Delphine, Rémi Bouton. Thank you very much to both of you for sharing this exclusive preview of your survey, Digital Equality, Shaping the Future with New Leaders. And it is now time to reveal our first winners in the Intrapreneur category for Europe and Africa. We are delighted to be joined by Elisabeth Moreno, French Minister Delegate to the Prime Minister in charge of equality between women and men, diversity and equal opportunities, and Wilfried Loriano Dorrego, Coordinator of the Presidential Council for Africa. I would like to give the floor to Elisabeth Moreno, French Minister Delegate to the Prime Minister in charge of equality between women and men, diversity and equal opportunities.
Thank you very much, Valériane, for the kind words. And thank you, Delphine, for this fantastic opportunity to celebrate these wonderful young ladies and women. It is my real pleasure and my honor to be here with you today to celebrate female talent through the Margaret Awards, together with my esteemed colleagues Jean-Michel Blanquer and Cédric O, and with my friend Wilfried Loriano Dorrego. And I want to salute our dear Member Parliament, Sira Silla, who I have seen with us. And I can tell you, ladies, that being with you on this very day has a particular meaning to me, as we are celebrating the International Day for Women's Rights across the world. As you know, this question is central to my job description as a minister. Thank you, Delphine, for the study you just shared about shaping the future with a new kind of leadership That's exactly what we need in this post-COVID world. It outlines once again the fact that enduring stereotypes are still preventing girls and young women to embrace the scientific and tech careers, despite the fact that their talent could make a huge difference there. We cannot accept such opportunities are missed by women and girls. The Margaret Awards are therefore playing an essential role by bringing forward some amazing role models in the fight against these stereotypes. We are here today to talk about intrapreneurship. As you know, intrapreneurship enables employees to act like true entrepreneurs within their organizations. Although they have to be hardworking and creative people, their companies provide them with an existing structure where they can grow, test, and develop their entrepreneurial talent. In addition, this is, of course, especially key for girls and women who will always find reasons to doubt themselves. Not only does entrepreneurship bring an opportunity to incubate and bring female talent to light, it can also be a true game changer for companies, helping them to identify and develop the next generation of leaders selected amongst the youth and women. What an exciting way to challenge the status quo and bring more talented women in the tech world. I'm therefore delighted and impassioned, as I know you all are, to discover the nominees and the winners of the Margaret Intrapreneur Awards. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elisabeth Moreno. Let's now hear from Wilfried Loriano Dorrego, coordinator of the Presidential Council for Africa. The floor is yours.
Sorry, thank you. Minister Elisabeth Moreno, Minister Cédric O, Minister Jean-Michel Blanquer, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you. I'm really pleased and honored to be at this official ceremony of the Margaret Award today. The main topic of this is being a woman in digital. And I want to express my warm regards to the organizer of this event, JFD in English, and to Delphine Rémy Boutang personally, because for her leadership, for enthusiasm, and the way she puts a lot of enthusiasm and energy into this event. And I also want to thank my colleague into the Presidential Council, Vanessa Munga, who is in charge of the gender topics. She's the one who really forced to the Presidential Council to be a partner of this event. Let me share, I want to share very quickly 3 facts with you. The first is a number, a figure, 1/3. A recent survey run by Roland Berger, another survey, indicates that companies run by women achieve on average 1/3 performance higher than those run by men. That's an important fact. And the second fact I want to share with you is the fact that more than 80% of jobs today in digital are occupied by men. And maybe the third fact I want to share is that at school, boys are more than 80% in the study of engineering and digital matters. So basically, in conclusion, you can see that the gender equality, the entrepreneurship, and digital innovation are really the heart of the future. And this transformation we're looking for here needs a lot of things to happen. we need to push role models, and that's what we're doing here today with all these talented nominees. They need to take the role of role model to inspire the young generation. But the fact is, this also needs to start at school. And I understand that there is this year a new prize, which is the Margaret for Junior, which is a really good thing because this needs to start at a very early stage. And that's really what the contribution I want to make to this discussion, and to explain that's justify why this is really important for the Presidential Council for Africa, because we believe that gender equality, entrepreneurship, and digital and innovation are the heart of the necessary transformation of the continent. And pushing this role model is essential. And I want to thank you.
Thank you very much, Wilfried Laureano Dorrego. Thank you to both of you for being with us to reward our Margaret Entrepreneurs for 2021. And for those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting her, Vanessa Mungar is also an exceptional woman. She won the Margaret 2020 Intrapreneur Award for Africa. And without further ado, let's now have a look at our nominees in the Intrapreneur category for Europe and Africa. Chadimbam, Chief Technical at Bizao, and Eloho Omam, founder of First Check Africa and former Managing Director at Endeavor Nigeria. And I believe Delphine Rémy-Bouton will tell us who our winners are.
Absolutely. I have this sealed in this envelope, and the winners are of Les Margaret Entrepreneur category, Europe and Africa. Elam Kashefi for Europe, and Elo Omam for Africa. Well done to you, and I leave you the floor. And thank you again, Madam Minister Elisabeth Moreno, Wilfried and Vanessa for all the help.
Big congratulations to both of you. So let's first hear from the winner of the Margaret Intrapreneur for Europe, Ilham Kashefi, Professor of Quantum Computing at the University of Edinburgh and co-founder of VeryCloud.
Madame de Monsieur Minister, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madame Delphine Rémy-Bouton, and thank you to the whole, the JFD and the Bureau and the panel for this opportunity, for this award that I'm delighted to accept. And congratulations to all my fellow nominee and awardee. This is very exciting. During my entire career as a professor and a researcher in quantum, I have tried to build bridge between various disciplines: physics, theoretical, experimental, engineering, software development. And more recently, this journey has extended to the industry. When I co-founded with my wonderful colleague Mark Kaplan and Josh Nunn the VeryCloud, quantum tech startup in Paris, trying to provide the highest level of security of the data in the cloud. And that journey is continuing. And I'm very delighted to have this opportunity through this networking link that the JFD and this award of the Le Margaret will provide us. We can reach out to further industry and to understand better the end user, to be able to provide the highest impact of quantum for the digital tech. And if I may add something, quantum is a very feminine field. The leader of field that has recently announced about the national program the president announced are all female. And I have been delighted to meet many leaders and many feminine researchers who are my peers. And we are hoping with this connection, with this networking, to completely change the stereotype in the digital world. And once again, many thanks. This is a great opportunity to ensure that we can continue this journey from academic to industry and to the end user. And with that, I've returned back to you, Valerie. Thank you very much again.
Thank you to you as well, Ilham Kashefi, and congratulations again. I would now like to call to the floor the winner of the Margaret Intrapreneur for Africa, Iloho Omam, founder of First Check Africa and former managing director of Endeavour Nigeria.
Thank you so much. I'd like to say a big thank you to Madame Elisabeth Moreno, the French Minister for Gender Equality, Diversity and Equal Opportunity, Monsieur Wilfred Laureano Dorego, Coordinator, Presidential Council for Africa, of course, Madame Delphine Remy-Boutang, CEO, the Bureau JFD, and President Jean-France, and the judging panel for these awards. I'm truly humbled to be recognized in this way amongst an exceptional group of nominees and applicants. I honestly didn't expect to win, and of course, I'm so happy to accept. I feel especially happy to be receiving this recognition today on International Women's Day with the wonderful theme, Choose to Challenge. Until just last week, I worked for a company called Endeavour, which supports high-impact entrepreneurs scaling high-growth companies in emerging markets. I built Endeavour in Nigeria for the past 3 years, but during this time, I also noticed a gap in the experience for women in tech. So earlier this year, my co-founder and I started something called First Check Africa, precisely to challenge the gender funding gap that faces women building digital and technology businesses in Africa. First Check Africa hopes to catalyze a dent in the massive funding gap of close to $50 billion that women face by being what we call early believers for women in tech. I look forward to working under the amazing platform of Les Margaret to help drive the overall mission of driving equality for women in Africa through digital inclusion and entrepreneurship. Thank you once again for this honor and opportunity.
Congratulations again to both of you, and we wish you all the best. Let's now hear a few words from Elisabeth Moreno, French Minister Delegate to the Prime Minister in charge of equality between women and men, diversity and equal opportunities, and Wilfried Laureano Dorego, Coordinator of the Presidential Council for Africa, as well as Delphine Remy-Boutang, CEO of the Bureau and JFD.
Thank you very much, Valériane. Ladies, if I had one word, it would be wow. It would simply be wow. You are amazing me and you are amazing the world. You know, when I keep hearing from certain people, oh, we have no female talent in the tech world. That's the reason why we don't have more CEOs. I think you could run the largest companies in the world. And I think you can simply act as role model because we need more women like you. I want you to shine. I want you to leave the space you are playing in now and go across the planet and tell people how good you are, how talented you are, and how ambitious you are. I'm tired. I'm really sick and tired to hear people saying that women have no ambition, that women cannot play any role in this world. I mean, ladies, you are the simple example that these things are lies, and I want you to continue to shine because as long as you shine, young girls and women will shine together with you. So thank you very much for all the things you have been doing, and please, please keep shining.
Thank you so much, Madam Minister, for your words. Absolutely, I think they are this future generation. They are the generation of leaders that we need, and success of one woman is a good news for all the other women in the world. And hello from Nigeria directly with us today. I'm so humbled to have with you at the Margaret family now, and Elam. Not only you are an entrepreneur, you are also a professor. So you're sharing all your knowledge with young girls. And when we were doing all the preparation of today, you said to me one thing. You said, we all bulldozer. And once, sometime, people just stop and give you this moment of celebration. And you know, congratulations to you both. This is just fantastic. And thank you, Madame la Ministre, for all your exciting words and enthusiasm. Wilfried, maybe you want to say a word with all those women around you.
Yes, I just want to say congratulations to you both, Elam and Eleo. You've done an incredible job here. And for me, you need to keep going and to serve truly as a role model to inspire the rest of women who are looking at you, who want to see how they can make it happen. You need to tell them that it is possible, and you need to show them the way you need to lead by example. And that's really the message I want to share with you, to convey to you. And maybe if I may have one or two questions to Eleo about what you may want to say to women who are listening to you right now, who want to be inspired by what you have achieved. What do you want to say in few words?
Oh, I think the only thing I would say is really that I think, you know, I'm a woman like any other woman. And I think sometimes it's easy when you don't have very many role models to think that there are certain opportunities that are, you know, that are difficult for you to access. But the reality is, I think if I can do certain things, then anybody can. And I've sort of learned that a little bit. So I really love this year's Choose to Challenge theme. And I want to challenge us all to just do one thing that makes us feel a little bit uncomfortable sometimes. That's kind of how we get more and more women out there.
Okay. Maybe one word on the business model of First Check Africa, and what you have benefit from that right now.
So First Check Africa, fundamentally, we're solving one problem, which is the gender funding gap for women in tech in Africa. We are hoping that through our activities, we can catalyze a dent in this 50 billion roughly funding gap that women face. I think less than 5% or so of funding that comes into tech, and it's a growing, thriving growth opportunity for Africa, but less than 5% of that capital is going to teams that have women on them or are led by women. So we want to fix that, and we're doing it through a really simple model whereby we consider ourselves early believers for women who are building companies in tech. So what does that mean? It means that you have an idea, you have a concept, it's very early. You come to us and we'll fund the very best ones, even sometimes when they're earlier than most VCs will do. And we hope that by showing that confidence you know, you made the point about women businesses operating at a third more profitability, for example. We hope that by doing something like that, it just inspires confidence in everybody else to invest in more women.
Thank you, Elo.
Thank you very much to all of you. Thanks a lot. I'm sorry we are going to have to move on to the next part because we are running a bit late, and we apologize to everyone. But I think everyone is also waiting to see what the next prizes, who the next prizes will be awarded to. So let's now move to the entrepreneur category for Europe and Africa. And to reward our winners, we are happy to welcome Cédric O, French Minister of State for the Digital Transition and Electronic Communication. Cédrico, it is my honor to leave the floor to you. Cédrico, I'm sorry if you may deactivate your microphone. Thank you very much.
Is it okay now?
Perfect, we can hear you. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and sorry for those technical problems. Well, before beginning, I want to first thank Delphine Rémy-Bouton and the Journée de la Femme Digitale for giving me once again the opportunity to take part to that event. I think that Les Margaret was maybe the first event I ever took part to when I was appointed as a minister at the Prime Minister office. So this is an honor for me to be here once again. And I also want to take the opportunity to add my congratulations to the two former winners of the Entrepreneur Prize. I had the opportunity to have a dinner on quantum computing with Elam Kashefi, I think. And I think that is very important that we have women that are taking part to the technologies such as quantum computing that will be shaping the world of tomorrow. Well, as far as entrepreneur is concerned, I think that we all know the issue and the fact that we have to lay the emphasis on improving the place and the role of women into the ecosystem, because the figures and the indicators are all particularly negative. I don't want to get back in details into the indicators. I think that we all know that there are 30% women only within the tech ecosystem, that if you look at a little bit more, if you focus more on technical positions, we are much more around 5 to 10%, which is definitely not enough. And if we want to reach equality, a complete equality, we will have to wait with the current trend 2090, which is too late. So we have to accelerate, and we have to be able to put more pressure within the system if we want to reach equality. I do think this is a challenge of equality between men and women, but also of performance, ecosystem and companies that are more diverse and more gender equal will be more performant. So we need, from a general point of view, more women within the tech ecosystem. And I do believe that we have to focus on three main things. The first thing is education, because that unbalance is beginning at a very low age. So we have to be working on the whole education process with teachers, with people that are involved in the training of our young children. And I do think that, and also about with the parents, in order to learn and to teach to the young girls that they should go more into technical domains, and that they can succeed in those domains. And I welcome the fact that I think Jean-Michel Blanquer is taking part to the Margaret Prize this day, because I do think that there is a structural role of education. The second issue on which we have to be working is patterns and the way our societies is working. This is what we are doing, for instance, with the French Tech, with our ranking Next 40 and French Tech 120. We designed a job board, an impact board, and we want our companies to commit into promoting gender equality. We have to do that in education. We have to do that in business, with the place and the percentage of women within executive committees. The government is working on that. And also in investment and in the funding process. This is why, for instance, we committed also with the Sister Initiative in order to improve the funding of companies that were funded by women entrepreneurs. Last thing that we have to focus on, and this is why this is so important for me to take part to the Margaret Prize, this is role models. We need young ladies, young girls, but also young boys to see their future in the face of successful women entrepreneurs. This is why this is so important to put in the forefront and to lay the emphasis on women who are successful. There are a lot of successful women within the tech ecosystem, but we need it to be a reflex. We need everybody to think of women when everybody is thinking of success within the tech ecosystem. This is why this was important for me to take part to the Margaret Prize, because this is laying the emphasis, this is putting in the forefront women that are really successful in the entrepreneur ecosystem. And this is why I want to congratulate, obviously, the future winner of that prize, but also all the nominees, and salute their ability, their creativity, and their ability to dare. I do think that we need more people to dare, and we want more women to there, more people, but especially want more women to there. And I do think that we will achieve gender equality the day when little boys will think of success as a women's thing. And I do think that we need more female role models to fight against stereotypes, and that will inspire more other women to take up entrepreneurship. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cédric O, French Minister of State from the Digital Transition and Electronic Communication. And as you pointed out, we will need to achieve this revolution with men and young boys. I think we won't keep our audience waiting for much more longer. So here are the nominees in the Entrepreneur
And the winners are, in the category of Entrepreneur Les Margaret, Linnea Cornéed for Europe, and Nele Nkolise for Africa. Thank you and congratulations to both of you. And thank you, Mr. the Minister, Cédric O. You have been with us throughout all this experience and adventure. So thank you so much for your fidelity. And I'm leaving the floor to the winners today. Linnea.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this great honor. I would really like to thank the jury for believing in me. I would also like to thank the NRI team for making this possible. But of course, I would also like to thank all the other nominees for their hard work and for inspiring women everywhere to take the lead. The road freight industry accounts for 7% of the global CO2 emissions and consuming over 5 billion barrels of oil per year. We started Android in 2016 with a dream that a better and sustainable future would be possible through new technology. Today, we offer electric and autonomous freight as a service, operating the largest fleet of heavy-duty electric trucks in Europe. We are also pushing the boundaries for what is possible with our groundbreaking pod. My hope as a female founder is to inspire women to start and build companies. The Margaret Awards celebrates women who have opened doors and shattered glass ceilings. I'm excited and proud to be part of those paving the way forward for a more inclusive and representative future. This award will enable me to take the next step as a female leader and hopefully create a more sustainable future. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to be here today. Merci.
Merci to you, Linnea. Thank you, Linnea Cornéed. Let's now welcome our winner in the entrepreneur category for Africa, Nele Nkolise, co-founder and CEO of 3Demo.
Thank you so much, Valerian. Thank you so much to Delphine and to all the many wonderful women who I was able to be part of. I've met through these awards and have engaged with. Thank you for recognizing me during this day, especially during International Women's Day. also to the jury for recognizing our project. I mean, what we have done at 3D IMO, our main goal was to say, how could we get smallholder farmers to actively be involved in the market, because we understand that on the African continent, livestock agriculture contributes to one of the biggest job creators. But the problem is that because a lot of farmers do not have identification, something as simple as identification that links an animal to a farmer, a lot of them cannot access formal markets. And when we started this project as 3D IMO, our main goal was that how could we help these farmers be able to quickly access formal markets? And we had to create identification. Also, we have to provide those farmers a more of a digital tool that helps enable them to be able to manage their livestock farms, and also for them to be able to get their businesses more profitable through helping them access micro loan insurances that we offer as a company. So I'm so thankful that you get to recognize me in doing the work that I'm doing, particularly for a sector that I've always been passionate for, coming from an agricultural background. And you know, the one thing that I'm so happy about is that the stories that all the women that share today, right now, will be able to help so many other women be able to understand that yes, it's possible, that the tech space is a big part that everyone can have a piece of.
Thank you, Nelly Colisi. And I believe Cédric O, French Minister of State for Digital and Telecommunications, and Delphine Rémy-Bouton would also like to thank you again.
Yes, I'm going to leave the floor to Cédric O. Thank you so much, Cédric, for being here. You want to say a few words for the winners, yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I think what's really interesting in the nominees, but also in the two winners that I want to warmly congratulate, is two things. It's, for me, embodying the fact that first, innovation and digital are a lever and a tool to respond to the main challenges that we have in our societies. This is about environmental transition, but also agriculture in Africa and the ability to feed the growing number of people and to innovate in order to be able to be at the level of commitment that is required by the huge challenge that we have. But this is also embodying the fact that with women entrepreneurs and the role of women entrepreneurs into our ability and our capacity to build those answers to the challenge that we are facing. This is why I'm really proud to have had the opportunity to congratulate our two winners, but also all the nominees. I think that if we want to be able to respond to the huge challenges that our societies are facing, environmental transition, being able to feed everybody, inclusion, inequalities, and so on, we need more women entrepreneurs because they have a different way of approaching that issue, and we need all young women to dare to commit and to create societies and companies, because otherwise we won't be able to enter at the right level of commitment. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And congratulations to the winners, and congratulations to all the nominees. Again, you all deserve to win today.
Congratulations again, Lina Cornhead and Nelly Colisi. So we have rewarded women entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs from Europe and Africa, but genius and talent do not discriminate when it comes to age. More and more young girls are making a difference, creating impressive solutions that can help us all build a better world. Therefore, this year, a new category has been created called Les Margaret Junior. It was created to promote role models and demystify the technological fields and careers in digital industries. It is placed under the patronage of the French Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports, Jean-Michel Blanquer. JFD will reward for the first time this prize since its creation. They will reward 2 brilliant young girls from Europe and Africa. And that is why we are delighted to welcome the French Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports, Jean-Michel Blanquer, as well as Sira Silla, French Member of Parliament for the constituency of Seine-Maritime and a member of the Foreign Affairs Commission. Thank you both for being with us. It is now my honor to give the floor to the French Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports, Jean-Michel Blanquer.
Thank you, Valerian, and good morning to everybody. It's a real pleasure to be with you today for such an important prize. So thank you, Elizabeth, thank you, Cedric, thank you, Sira, to be with me in this very particular event. And I'm delighted to see also Delphine Rémy-Boutang in this occasion. As Cedric said before, everything starts within the families and at school. That's why it's so important to keep the school open during this period, because we know the role of school for equality between girls and boys. And today, the Margaret Junior Prize is a very important event to say that we want school to be the main factor for equality between men and women. This is an award that I would like to commend because it is threefold virtuous. First, because it gives our students the opportunity to make a concrete contribution to a better society. Second, because it is aimed at creating the incentive for girls to follow digital, technological, or scientific careers. And third, because it's an international prize, which has allowed thousands of girls from Europe and from Africa to compete. We all need ambitious international projects like this one. Our schools must therefore encourage all initiatives such as Margaret Junior Awards, which open up the field of opportunities for girls. In France, only 7% of digital engineers are women, and it is more or less the case all over the world. We need to provide our students with female role models to encourage them to innovate, to be daring, and therefore to be self-confident. That's why we have decided to contribute to fund the Margaret Junior's grants, and we will also do so in the future. It's my engagement. Since 2017, many major initiatives have been at work to counter the self-censorship of young girls. We could mention, for example, the obligation to provide 54 hours of careers guidance to students at upper secondary school level. Another example will be the appointment in each French lower and upper secondary school of a gender equality contact person in charge of raising students' awareness. They are currently participating in the organization of the careers guidance, which we are launching this spring and which will start next week. The focus on gender equality must be addressed at an early age, from the very first years of a pupil's schooling. This is why our primary school and secondary school teachers are now trained in these issues. The question of equality between men and women is at the center of the training of our teachers. But gender inequality often starts at home. Assigned roles based on sex become rational for many ideas about what boys and girls can and cannot do. We have therefore designed an educational kit aimed at parents to help them combat stereotypes at home. I cannot list all the schemes, of course, but I am convinced that gradually they will encourage new and more numerous careers in the digital and technological sectors. That's why with Cedric and Elizabeth we took initiatives, first to encourage the digital skills in school, and second, to encourage girls to follow those courses. This year's laureates are thus the pioneers of an important and essential worldwide movement in which I deeply believe. That's why I would like to conclude, as I introduced, to say that keeping schools open is a key question for all the children of the world, and especially for all the girls of the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to you, Jean-Michel Blanquer, French Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports. It is now my pleasure to give the floor to Sira Silla, Member of Parliament for the constituency of Seine-Maritime, as well as member of the Foreign Affairs Committee.
Thank you, dear Valériane. I'll speak in French. Je suis vraiment très heureuse et honorée d'être avec vous aujourd'hui en cette journée internationale de la femme et plus particulièrement pour cette magnifique cérémonie des Margaret et des Margaret Junior. J'aimerais tout d'abord féliciter l'ensemble des candidates, bien évidemment, européennes et africaines, et plus particulièrement nos jeunes filles, d'avoir relevé le défi. Oui, vous avez relevé ce défi de créer une idée innovante dans le domaine du digital. Seulement 7% des startups sont dirigées par des femmes, alors que nous représentons la moitié de l'humanité. Il faut déconstruire dès le plus jeune âge. Et je salue d'ailleurs Jean-Michel Blanquer qui travaille depuis le début de son quinquennat, notamment pour rompre, pour détruire les inégalités dès la racine. Et chères jeunes filles européennes et africaines, de par votre participation, vous aidez à déconstruire. Vous avez été plus de 200 jeunes filles européennes et africaines à avoir relevé le challenge. Vous avez osé, vous avez été audacieuse, vous vous êtes révélée. Vous le montrez. Il n'y a pas d'âge pour avoir une idée innovante, spécialement dans le domaine du digital. Il n'y a pas d'âge pour être un modèle. Vous êtes des talents. Une idée, oui, peut changer le monde. Delphine Rémy-Boutang doit sourire parce que j'aime beaucoup cette phrase, changer le monde. Vous êtes des jeunes filles qui peuvent changer le monde et vos idées peuvent changer le monde justement grâce à une technologie et je suis certaine que vous changerez le monde. J'ai été très impressionnée lorsque nous nous sommes réunis pour choisir les lauréats, et parfois très émus, chères jeunes filles, de par les idées innovantes que vous nous avez proposées. Vous êtes les futures championnes du numérique. Alors foncez, poursuivez dans cette voie du numérique, inspirez vos copines, inspirez vos amis. C'est avec vous que nous arriverons demain à construire un monde meilleur. Merci.
Merci Sira Silla. Merci à tous d'être avec nous. Et on va maintenant voir qui sont les nominés pour la catégorie Margaret Junior. So let's now find out who are the nominees for the Margaret Junior Prize for Europe and Africa. We have Célimène Huyghe Despointes, Adèle Bonneau, and Elisa Mills, respectively age 13, 14, and 15 for their Planet Squad. We also have Cécilia Koikoi for Financia, Louise Le Sueur, who's 11 for Together, Manon Van Hoerbeek, a programmer age 17, Anne-Sophie Assonfac for Aou Ao. She's only 11. Also Rose Goyeli-Thuot, 15 for X Market, Xaviera Gueffo, 18, programmer, and at last but not least, Koro Siala Samira Thuot, age 13. I apologize, it seems we are having some technical issues. I hope all of you got to see our nominees on video. So as some of you may know, we received over 200 applications this year, so many interesting innovations. It was a very hard task for the jury to make their choices. So we have decided to create and award two special prizes, Prix coup de cœur, as we would say in the language of Molière. Delphine Rémy-Boutan will have the joy of revealing the special jury's prizes.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you, the Minister Jean-Michel Blanquer and Sira Silla, and all the women and all the young girls that have applied for the Margaret Junior now under the patronage of our French Minister. The special prize for the Margaret Junior are Manon van Oerebeek. She's 17 and she's from Belgium. And from Africa, it's Rose Goyelituo. She's 15 and she's in Ivory Coast, and she's here with us today in live. So congratulations to you, Manon and Rose. I'm going to leave the floor to Manon and then Rose.
Thank you so much to Delphine and to the jury and GFD for this amazing opportunity. Yes, the idea for my project was really born years ago when I was just 8 or 9 years old, and I first started noticing the lack of girls at STEM events I was going to at the time. But I was so sure that there had to be more girls that could just be as interested in this stuff as I was, but I didn't know how to reach them. So I started talking about it and giving workshops, but I knew I had to think bigger. And that's where the idea of building a platform came from, somewhere that girls could access tons of information about science and technology, and that was filled with role models they could look up to get them more interested in this phenomenal world of technology and science. And that's exactly why this award is so important to me, because I know it will enable me to reach so many girls and to show them that it is possible for us to. So thank you again.
Congrats, Manon. Well done to you. And we're going to have Rose in live from Côte d'Ivoire, who's going to say a few words. And our minister is going to share this congratulations. Rose, it's yours, your time now.
Merci. Distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs, chers spectateurs, chers membres du jury et chères autorités, bonjour. Tout d'abord, j'aimerais remercier les membres du jury et l'équipe de la GFD pour m'avoir choisi comme une des lauréates du prix Les Margaret Junior. Je remercie mademoiselle Connie Founou-Maïna car c'est elle qui m'a impliquée dans ce monde et elle m'a une très grande aide. Mes remerciements vont aussi à toutes ces personnes qui de près ou de loin s'impliquent dans la valorisation de la jeune fille à travers les sciences telles que les éthiques. Comme je l'ai dit, mon application m'a été inspirée de ma commune, car dans ma commune, nous remarquons une forte prolifération de magasins en bordure de route qui créent des accidents à longueur de journée, des querelles, des saisies de biens, la pauvreté. J'ai fait la recherche et j'ai remarqué que ces cas étaient fréquents en Afrique, surtout que ce magasin appartenait aux vendeurs de fruits belges. Je me suis donc dit, pourquoi pas éradiquer ce fléau en y ajoutant du digital? C'est ainsi qu'après plusieurs recherches, j'ai développé mon application du nom de X-Market qui permettra de diminuer ou d'éradiquer ce fléau en Afrique par une mise de contact entre le vendeur et l'acheteur. Ce prix représente beaucoup pour moi car il me permettra de développer mon rêve qui est d'influencer l'Afrique et le monde entier à travers les éthiques et d'être un modèle pour les jeunes filles de ma société. Je vous remercie.
Merci Rose, tu es formidable.
Merci Rose Goyelituo et Manon van Oerebeek et encore félicitations à toutes les deux. I would now like to give the floor back to Delphine Rémy-Boutan, who I believe will announce winners in the junior category for Europe and Africa.
Thank you, Valériane. And I have those names in this envelope sealed. And I'm delighted to announce today that the winner of the very first category Les Margaret Junior under the patronage of Mr. Jean-Michel Blanquer are Louise Le Sieur for Together and Xaviera Kowo for Africa. Go Louise, it's your moment.
Merci Delphine, Monsieur le ministre, Madame la députée. Je suis très fière de recevoir le prix Margaret Junior et d'être la première gagnante. C'est une aventure incroyable pour moi, je ne pensais pas gagner. Un grand merci à tous les membres du jury qui ont voté pour mon projet. Je voudrais aussi remercier ma mère qui m'a beaucoup encouragée et aidée dans ce projet, mon père également qui m'a soutenue. Je me suis beaucoup investie dans mon projet Together et j'espère qu'il sera développé comme je le souhaitais. Together est une plateforme de communication médicale destinée aux parents pour pouvoir suivre le dossier médical de leur enfant. L'idée m'est venue à cause de ce que nous avons vécu, les confinements, le coronavirus. Je me suis dit que je voulais aider les familles des enfants malades ou des personnes handicapées. Je voudrais aussi en profiter pour souhaiter un très bon anniversaire à mon frère Yanis qui a 8 ans aujourd'hui. Merci encore.
Félicitations Louise et merci encore à toi pour et bravo pour tout. I would now like to invite Xaviera Kowo, who just won the Margaret Junior Africa, to the floor.
Hello everyone. It's hard to believe what is happening. My younger self couldn't have imagined winning this award. This is so heartwarming. I feel very honored right now. Thank you so much, GFD, for letting me into this family. Congratulations to all the other nominees. I'd like to appreciate anybody that whoever advised me and guided me. A special thanks to Madame Janet Foufan, who mentored me since forever. She has been a big source of inspiration. Thank you to the Cameroon First Global team, with whom I work tirelessly. Thank you to my family for their support. And a huge thanks to God who made me where I am. So I participated to the First Global International Competition, which is aimed at inciting young people to build robots so as to solve community issues. One of the greatest problems facing the world today is environmental pollution, which is causing serious damage to human life and society in general. My greatest wish will be in a place where I will be able to further my abilities so as to contribute to the advancement of my country and Africa and the whole world in general. This award is so meaningful to me because I am from Cameroon, a developing country, and it is important to highlight that mentalities are very behind here. A lot of people aren't aware of technology, and this award is a way of getting their heads out of the water. Thank you so much. I am short of words right now. Dear girls, you don't have to fit into any box. You can do whatever you want to do, and you can be whatever you want to be. If I could do it, you could do it. So this prize is ours. It's ours. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Xaviera Kowo, and thank you for being with us. I believe the French Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports, Jean-Michel Blanquer, and Member of Parliament for Seine-Maritime, Sira Silla, also have a few words they would like to say to our winners. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Valériane. I will speak in English and in French because it's the two languages that we heard. And first to say that I think that I want to congratulate all of you, of course. To say what you've done, Manon, is very important because it is at the core of one of the challenges I mentioned, which is to encourage the girls to follow the courses in digital skills and to have tools to do so. So it's very important, and I think it's a very, very good initiative. Je veux aussi féliciter évidemment notre ami de Côte d'Ivoire, Xavier, n'est-ce pas? Non, je me trompe. Rose, c'est Xavier qui est de Côte d'Ivoire. Et Rose, oui, mais Rose de Côte d'Ivoire, parce que là aussi, ce qu'elle a dit tout à l'heure est absolument essentiel, c'est-à-dire le fait qu'il ne doit y avoir aucune autocensure, il ne doit y avoir aucune difficulté lorsqu'on est une fille et qu'on veut prendre des initiatives de ce type. C'est aussi important de dire que les outils informatiques sont au service de l'amélioration de notre société, notamment en matière de développement durable, et que tous les enjeux se rejoignent, que ce soit celui du développement technologique, de la lutte pour le développement durable et de la lutte pour l'égalité homme-femme. Tout ceci va ensemble. C'est d'ailleurs ce que l'ONU dit au travers de ses objectifs de développement durable. Et donc, Rose en est une magnifique illustration et je voudrais vraiment la féliciter. Et puis, Louise aussi a fait quelque chose d'absolument remarquable. D'abord, il faut souligner l'âge de Louise, 11 ans. C'est formidable de voir l'esprit d'entreprise déjà dès le début du collège. Et en plus, sur un sujet aussi essentiel qui est celui de la santé, qui en effet, comme elle l'a dit, est un sujet dont on a particulièrement vu l'acuité au moment du confinement. Et j'ai dit tout à l'heure à quel point il était essentiel de maintenir les écoles ouvertes dans cette période difficile, en respectant évidemment des critères sanitaires stricts. Eh bien, une des raisons, c'est la raison de santé, parce qu'on sait très bien qu'aller à l'école, c'est aussi garder une bonne santé pour beaucoup de raisons, y compris parfois l'alimentation ou tout simplement le contrôle de santé des élèves. Donc, mettre des outils digitaux au service du suivi médical des enfants, c'est une très bonne idée, et que ce soit conçu par une élève de collège comme Louise, c'est tout à fait essentiel. Et puis enfin, Xaviera, I want also to congratulate you very warmly because again, we see with your initiative the fact that all the objectives of environment and digital are going together. So the question of equality between girls and women, girls and boys, is this approach is fulfilling all the elements of what we need for human progress in our world. So thank you very much for your participation and congratulations for your victories. Merci à toutes et à tous. Je suis vraiment très fier d'avoir participé avec mes collègues du gouvernement à cette session. Et encore une fois, je voudrais dire à quel point tous les sujets se rejoignent. Si nous croyons au progrès humain, nous sommes dans une période vraiment difficile pour l'humanité avec cette épidémie. Nous devons en sortir plus fort et nous en sortirons plus fort si l'un de nos premiers critères, c'est l'égalité entre les garçons et les filles. Merci beaucoup.
Merci Monsieur le ministre. Et merci du temps que vous allez nous accorder pour voir ces jeunes filles et prendre un moment avec elles cette semaine, avec celles qui sont à Paris. Vraiment, merci infiniment. Je vais laisser...
J'espère vous voir tous bientôt en chair et en os dans une réunion physique où on se verra tous et on se félicitera des visus. Ce sera un grand plaisir aussi.
Absolument. Je me réjouis de ce moment-là. Vraiment, merci. Je laisse Siracila dire quelques mots. Pour les gagnantes, pour les lauréates, mais aussi les prix coup de cœur de notre jury. Et encore une fois, remercier Monsieur le ministre de son patronage pour cette nouvelle catégorie, les Margaret Junior.
Merci beaucoup, chère Delphine. Je tiens tout d'abord à remercier 1000 fois Monsieur le ministre parce que je sais qu'il est très engagé sur ce combat, notamment. C'est une fierté. Je suis fière d'avoir participé à cette cérémonie. Je suis fière que notre ministre ait pu être présent aujourd'hui parce que en cette période difficile, vraiment, il était important d'avoir son soutien. Chère Manon, chère Rose, chère Louise, chère Xaviera, vous avez été magnifiques. Félicitations à vous. Vous avez démontré par vos créations que le numérique est un véhicule. Le numérique est un véhicule au service de la santé. Le numérique est un véhicule au service de la solidarité. Le numérique est un véhicule au service de l'environnement. Qu'est-ce que vous m'impressionnez? J'ai 40 ans, mais je me sens vraiment très petite devant vous. J'espère vraiment que j'aurai l'occasion de vous accueillir à l'Assemblée nationale. et de passer un bon moment avec vous. J'espère que vous continuerez vraiment dans cette voie. Encouragez les petites filles de votre âge. Vous êtes notre avenir. Vous êtes notre avenir. Nous avons besoin de vous pour faire avancer la cause des femmes. Nous avons besoin de vous pour faire avancer la cause des femmes dans le numérique. Encore félicitations et à très bientôt, j'espère.
Merci, merci beaucoup, Madame la députée Siracila. Et encore une fois, congratulations to all the winners, Louise Lossier, Xavier Rakowo, and to our special prizes, Manon and Rose, who are going to be meeting with all the ministers very shortly.
Félicitations à toutes et comme le disait Monsieur le ministre et la députée Siracila, c'est impressionnant de voir de si jeunes talents. Congratulations again to all of you, and it's so impressive to see such talent at a young age. Thank you again very much. Jean-Michel Blanquer, Minister of National Education, Youth and Sports, for being with us, as well as Siracila, Member of Parliament for the constituency of Seine-Maritime and Member of the Foreign Affairs Committee. A big thank you to all of you, to everyone watching us live for being with us on this very special day. And congratulations again to all our winners who were rewarded today and whose innovations will help shape the world for a better tomorrow. Delphine Rémy-Bouton, it is now my honor to give you the floor back for your closing comments.
Thank you to all, and I would like to thank again Mr. Emmanuel Macron, President of the French Republic, for his high patronage, our French Minister, Jean-Michel Blanquer, for his patronage of the Margaret Junior category, our French Ministers Elisabeth Moreno and Cédric O, Siracila, Member of Parliament, Wilfried Loriano Dorrego, Valériane Gauthier from Vascat, our Mistress of Ceremony. Thank you again to all our partners, our GFD ambassadors, to the nominees, to the over 200 women and girls who applied this year to the Margaret Awards. Thank you to my team and to all the invisible people who made today a success. I would like once again to salute the creativity and boldness of Les Margaret 2021. They are the new contributing to their success by mobilizing major political, media and economic players. And again, I thank all our partners for their support. I would like to close this 9th edition of GFD by inviting you to our two next international events. The opening of the GFD Club at Libreville in Gabon. We created it in 2019, and we are now launching a new center to energize, strengthen, and accelerate growth opportunities for women. So save the date, as I will be traveling to Libreville and meet our GFD ambassador, Camélia Leclerc, Gabonese Minister Delegate of Education, for the opening on 23rd of March. Hi, Camélia. In addition to media visibility valued at €1 million and support for acceleration and growth for 1 year from all our partners to Les Margaret, we are launching our first JFD Entrepreneurship Expedition on the International Girls' Day, where Les Margaret will be invited to follow the footsteps of Margaret Hamilton in the USA, in Europe and Africa. So meet us on 11th of October. And I will leave you with a special message from Boutena Germazi, Director of Digital Development at World Bank, because of the time zone difference with Washington, D.C. And there is also other messages from our partners that are available on our YouTube channel. And the replay of today's incredible ceremony under the high patronage of our French President, Mr. Emmanuel Macron, will be available very shortly. Thank you. Bye for now, and have a wonderful International Women's Day.
Hello, my name is Bouthena Garmazi. I'm a director in the World Bank dealing with digital development. I'm also a proud member of the jury for the Margaret Awards. The Margaret Initiative is a powerful demonstration of creativity, of talent and boldness of women and girls in tech. Today, laureates from Europe and from Africa are incredibly inspiring. They're breaking stereotypes and they're investing in a number of very important areas like AI applied to logistics, quantum computing, robotics, access to VC funding for women entrepreneurs, and digital application designed for social good. What is particularly empowering about the initiative is that it brings together different generations, different continents, and different partners, all saying very loudly that our digital future will only thrive if it is equally shaped by women and girls. Congratulations to the winners for your great ideas and best of luck taking them forward.